think, Sisso?
It's a great ensemble you've got going on there.
This is not just an ensemble. We're making America great again.
You have to kick the socks up, though. I mean, you lose it without the socks.
You were at that rally yesterday, weren't you?
Nope.
You look like you would be. Come on, say it one time, Sisso. Make America great again.
Make America embarrassed even further?
You have no taste, young lady. You are not a patriot.
I do like that your tie matches the...
We're making America great again.
In our underwear at work. It's great.
Oh, I'm not wearing any underwear.
Fabulous. I'm really, really glad that I know that.
I believe in the commando lifestyle.
Well, you know, to each their own, I guess.
And we're on in 3, 2.
I need a drink.
Welcome to 13 Minutes Month in Review for 2017. Unlike CNN, our news isn't fake.
3, 2. On Inauguration Day, January 20th, thousands of our nation's whiners, malakas, and titty babies sneaked out of their parents' basements to throw temper tantrums and to make a general nuisance of themselves in the nation's capital. More than 200 of these special snowflakes were arrested, while the rest have now returned home to their mommies. Sisso?
Can we talk about that word, snowflake? Do you realize that there is an actual definition? It was the snowflake generation. And what that means...
Were you talking?
What it means...
Sorry.
...is... It's a term used for someone who's deemed too emotionally vulnerable to cope with views that challenge their own. And I want to bring up an important point to the people who use the word precious snowflake. Tommy of The Blaze did a great ripoff of Jeff Foxworthy's former...
You had it right the first time.
You might be a redneck if, with, you might be a snowflake if. Let's get one thing clear. If you find yourself having a temper tantrum of name calling to people using the word snowflake because their values and ideas differ from your own, you too are guilty of exhibiting Generation Snowflake behavior. Liam?
Of course, we also elected a new president here in the United States, and I only have 2 big words, and I'm looking for them right now. Ivanka Trump. Just look at those big, beautiful, round, bouncy eyes of hers.
Because clearly, that's what you're talking about.
We are going to make America great again, Sisso.
Talking about the inauguration, the first White House press conference circled around the ever so vital information on who had the most people at an inauguration, President Trump or former President Obama. And of course there was whining and foot stomping about the media and their use of tweets, which effectively teaches the nation that making America great again involves going back to middle school and having popularity contests. Just so we're clear, Sean, there are actually ways to track information about the popularity of inaugurations using Nelson ratings. And this year, not only did President Trump not reach number 1, he didn't beat former presidents Obama or Reagan. What the press conference neglected to touch upon was the reversal of the FHA mortgage fee cut, which will, on average, snag $500 from the pockets of first-time homebuyers who use the program. Now, today, FHA is above its capital reserve ratio, so applying a slight reduction to that fee, especially taking into consideration rising interest rates with home loans, does make sense to ease the burden on the already cash-strapped middle class. The rationale behind the reversal was citing the 2013 bailout to the program to the tune of $1.7 billion, which isn't chump change, although it was the first bailout in 49 years of the program. Never mind that figure paled in comparison to the TARP, the Wall Street bailout beginning in September of 2008, which had, as of 2015, paid out $4.6 trillion. And I'll say that again, $4.6 trillion. The Treasury Department has committed to an overall handout of $16.8 trillion to big banks. Big banks too big to fail. So at Making America Great Again Junior High, we have hissy fits about who's cooler, and we shake the change out of the pockets of the largest class of citizens. But hey, at least we're not getting swirlies yet.
You just reminded me I didn't bring enough bourbon. Special note for you, Sisso.
Beautiful.
One day after the inauguration, more than 500,000 of the nation's best sandwich makers wearing pussy hats assembled in Washington, D.C. for the Women's March. Organizers of the Women's March said they could have arrived in time for the inauguration, but they had to stop and pee every 15 minutes. Sisso?
Well, one thing's for sure. When President Trump said he could unite people, the Women's March proved him right. Millions of people, not just women, all over the world came together in solidarity on January 21st, 2017. What's important about the Women's March is its mission and vision, which is simply that we stand together in solidarity with our partners and children for the protection of our rights, our safety, our health, and our families, recognizing that our vibrant and diverse communities are the strength of our country.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I didn't realize you were talking all
Liam?
that. Kentucky became one of the last of 9 states to pass a partial law prohibiting bestiality. Yes, I said partial. According to the new law, you can no longer shtup your favorite dog or pet pussy, but sex with other animals is just fine with the Kentucky legislature. So, Jethro, you can still play hide the salami with your favorite goat or sheep. And for you more romantic gentlemen out there, don't forget, Valentine's Day is just a couple of weeks away. Sisso?
The Bluegrass State, always making us proud to be Americans.
Here, here. You're the reason I drink, young lady. In an ongoing effort to bring about a better understanding between blacks and whites in America, Hall of Fame great Jerry Rice did his part in dispelling stereotypes about African American men when he appeared in a Popeye's fried chicken commercial wearing a football helmet with a rotating chicken wing. No, people, this is not CNN. We don't make this shit up. This is really what happened. Sisso.
While 2016 was a terrible year with violence, political drama, and celebrity deaths, which challenged everything that I held sacred from my childhood, I would almost call for Marty McFly and Doc to come give us a do-over if it weren't for this. It was the year. And the most exciting Cubs news of January, David Ross will stay with the team in an operational role. We love you, Grandpa Ross. Looking forward to hearing more pep talks. Please maybe give some of those pep talks to the citizens of the United States. We need them.
Sisso, you finally hit on the one thing we can agree on. The Cubs.
Fist bump.
Oh, yeah. In yet another American public school success story, the United States Department of Justice has ruled that the Covington Independent Schools can continue its policy of handcuffing children with disabilities when the child is determined to be out of control or a threat to others. These same children will no longer be allowed to use a calm room. Yet their older siblings can continue to cry in designated safe spaces in college just because their favorite politician lost the election. Boo friggin' who! Sizzo.
Talking about the American public school system, many elementary schools use a program from Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People called Leader in Me training. The number one, very first, and most important habit is to be proactive. So you guys out there protesting, what was it, your favorite Pablo Tucson?
I'm sorry, are you talking?
Yes. Damn it. I want you to think about these lines from the Leader in Me training. Say them to yourself. I am a responsible person. I take initiative. I choose my actions, attitudes, and moods. I do not blame others for my wrong actions. I do the right thing without being asked, even when no one is looking. Because get this, the world is looking. The world is watching the rioting, the burning of trash cans, and the smashing of store windows. Instead of participating in the perpetuation of violence, be proactive. Donate your time, energy, and or money if you have it, to a charitable organization which support the things you believe in. And if you protest, do it peacefully and bring a few extra bottles of water to share with your fellow protesters. Make connections with people who share your views and be proactive together. Liam?
You intrigued me with the title of that book. So who was it that was inside you? And finally, there really is hope for a better world, and that hope is to be found in my former home of Switzerland. A Dutch woman, Nancy Holton, was denied her second attempt to apply for a Swiss passport. Mrs. Holton, who is a vegan, was denied citizenship on the basis of being, wait for it, annoying. Thank you, merci, danke, grazie, Switzerland. Here at 13 Minutes Productions and the News, in a veiled attempt to pretend that we actually give a shit about what anyone thinks or an opposing opinion, we have with us tonight Stacy Wells with an editorial.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But it's Tracy.
Yeah, whatever.
My name is Tracy Wells, and this is what really gets my goat. People who say, it is what it is. What kind of shit quote is that? It is what it is. Of course it is what it is. What else would it be? What it's not? It is what it is. Is that what they mean by alternative facts? It is what it is. Grabbed by the pussy? It is what it is. Raped? It is what it is. Cream of potato soup? It is what it is. Don't try to change it. Just accept it. Just roll over and take it. Say la fucking vie. It is what it is. You know what else is what it is? My middle finger. I'm Tracy Wells, and that's what really gets my goat.
Ms. Wells, you missed your fucking anger management classes, didn't you?
It is what it is.